fresh wave of Taliban attacks, just days after President Trump declared U.S. negotiations dead. After 18 years of war, both sides now at a standstill.
What other alternative do we have when they occupy and own 50% of Afghanistan?
The Taliban are focused on securing the removal of U.S. and international forces from Afghanistan. They understand from 9 rounds of negotiations that that can only come about if they are committed to working to ensure that Afghanistan cannot be a platform for international terrorism.
U.S. envoy Khalilzad led those negotiations that could have concluded with Trump meeting the Taliban at the presidential retreat in Camp David, a step that infuriated lawmakers from both parties.
I hope that never happens again. No terrorist should be allowed on the United States unless they're in chains, and especially a terrorist that attacked the U.S. on 9/11.
The president himself has spoken openly about his thought process on the Camp David invitation. I would just underscore, it again shows that this is an administration that's willing to take risks to try to promote peace.
Washington is making another unexpected move. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announcing a $160 million cut in aid to Afghanistan, accusing the Afghan government of being an unreliable partner.
We wanted to be able to signal through the embassy posture and the aid restructuring that we are committed to the long-term development of Afghanistan, but not overcommitted to the point that we're assuming an unreasonable or even a counterproductive level of nation building.
Former Afghan President Hamid Karzai has called on the U.S. to resume peace talks, and U.S. lawmakers acknowledge the time for a military solution has ended.
Here's the reality after 18 years of war. The Taliban still exists. We need, unfortunately, to deal with that fact. And the adage remains true, you don't make peace with your friends. And believe it or not, there's some common ground. For starters, the Taliban wants our troops out of Afghanistan, and we want our troops home.
A key test of the Taliban's commitment to the process, shunning violence in the Afghan presidential election set for September 28th. Katherine Gypson, VOA News, Capitol Hill.